Hello everybody and welcome back to the Blossom Review. How are you today? Happy New Year! Yay! So today we have our very first 2025 review and we are talking about the wonderful Light of My Lion that came out on TBS in Japan from October to December 2024 and received international distribution through Netflix. Are you ready to start? So before we start, quick disclaimer, this review or this analysis is spoiler free. I won't be revealing any of the major plot points in the story. We are just going to talk about the narrative structure and especially analyze the characters a little bit. Light of My Lion is a poignant exploration of familial bonds. It reminds us of the miraculous nature of love and the unique nature of the present. I think the show delivers a family drama peppered with a little bit of mystery, and this combination allows them to propose more complex themes while focusing 100% on character development. Should you watch this show? Absolutely. Let me tell you why this show is so fantastic. So, Light of My Lion is the story of Komori Hiroto, played by Yagira Yuya. Hiroto is a young man who dedicates his life to looking after his autistic younger brother, Michito, played marvelously by Bando Ryota, after their parents passed away. They live a very quiet life, they follow a very specific routine, until one day a little boy who calls himself Lion, played by Sato Tasuku, he mysteriously shows up at their house and tells them that he will be living with them from now on. So he pretty much shows up and says, okay, I'll live here with you. So that's where the story starts. The show starts by introducing the audience to these seemingly unrelated scenarios. So you have different clusters of characters and different scenarios that are slowly brought together. By the end of the show, you realize that from the very beginning, every single scene in the show moved the plot forward a little bit, strengthened the connections between characters, creating this very, very cohesive whole. I think that this progressive disclosure of information allows the script to introduce multifaceted supporting characters who are revealed to the audience bit by bit. I think just like in real life, you get to know people slowly, you get to know these characters very slowly in the story. So for example, you have Hiroto's colleague, Makimura Mio, played by Saito Asuka, the mysterious ex, the excellent, played by the excellent Okayama Amane, the journalist Kudo Kaede, a very interesting performance by Sakurai Yuki, and her partner, Amane Yuma, played by Ozaki Takumi, as well as Tachibana Aoi, perfectly played by the fantastic Ono Machiko. They are all secondary characters whose personalities are much more complex than a superficial look might tell you. Our perception of these characters changes throughout the show. You can you witness as they evolve and as their identities are gradually revealed to the audience. So you get to know them very naturally. And just like in everyday life that, in real life, that sometimes you meet somebody and you think they are terrible, but after you get to know them, you realize they're great people, or vice versa. Maybe you meet somebody and you think, oh, this person is fantastic, and you get to know them and you're like, maybe not. So I think the same thing happens in Light of My Lion. You have the secondary characters with this, like I said before, multifaceted personalities that you get to know very slowly, and that makes for a very, very interesting watch. But of course, the heart of Light of My Lion lies within the relationship between Hiroto, Michito, and Little Lion. Of course, Lion's arrival is the catalyst for all the changes in the Komori household. Lion not only brings joy and energy to the house, but also purpose and growth to Michito and Hiroto, pushing the two brothers out of their comfort zones. Thanks to Lion's spontaneity, innocence, and courage, Hiroto and Michito find the strength to look at themselves, at each other, and at the world around them through different lenses, in a different way. From here, you notice that the script places these two characters on a journey of self-discovery, because it is their brotherhood that spurs them on to blossom beyond their current selves. But even though they are part of the same pride, they are still individuals with their own dreams, their own needs. And this is a very important theme in Light of My Lion. Familial love is not possessive, it's not strict, it's not demanding. On the contrary, familial love is warm, is selfless, and it shelters us as we build our own paths. And I think this theme is skillfully explored in Light of My Lion through the depiction of Michito's autism and Hiroto's reality as a carer. First, Michito's autism is an intrinsic part of his identity, but Light of My Lion makes sure to tell us that his autism is not his entire identity. So by avoiding the common genius or aloof, apathetic representations of autism that we often see in media, Light of My Lion gives Michito a well-rounded personality that goes way beyond the autistic traits that permeate his daily life. So Michito is also a talented painter with his own dreams, his own interests, his own objectives. He is given a wide range of emotions throughout the show, and it is a wonder to see Michito express everything from joy to sorrow, from anger to excitement in his own way. I think most importantly, Michito is always aware of his surroundings, and he's always aware of the struggles of his loved ones, which is why he becomes an active participant in the resolution of all conflicts in the script. So gently, in his own way, Michito gives the space and the support his brother needs. And in that way, Michito becomes a driving force for Hiroto's actions. So it's fantastic how they gave this power and this strength to this character. And they gave him such a clear character arc, because you see Michito evolve throughout the show, and you see him try different things and go beyond what he thought he could do. This character is Michito is absolutely wonderful, and that's not only thanks to a very good script. It is also thanks to Bando Ryota's awe-inspiring performance. From the physicality of the role to the micro-expressions that he delivers, Ryota gives life to this character. I believe that Michito is not only Ryota's best performance ever, but is also one of the best performances to come out of Japanese television last year. I think he's such a well-written character, and his performance is so extraordinary that you are bound to love Michito. You know, you smile along with, you know, his achievements, his joys. You learn with his sensitivity. It's incredible how much Michito teaches you throughout the show. It's really beautiful to watch that. And of course, you cry with his, you know, his pain, with his sadness. So Michito is a very, very special character that I think I'll carry with me for a very long time. And I think extra cookie points go to the fact that, you know, I mentioned that Michito is a painter, and you see Michito's paintings throughout the show. They're beautiful paintings. And those paintings were actually made by an autistic painter called Ota Kosuke. Kosuke had his own, I don't remember if it was before or after the show, he had his own private exhibition in Japan. So extra cookie points to Light of My Lion for, you know, bringing autistic artists to life. So thank you, Light of My Lion. Meanwhile, Hiroto's role as a carer is portrayed with a lot of compassion. If you think about it, it can't be easy to take care of somebody, to care for somebody who depends on you as much as Michito depends on Hiroto, because they have this very, very tight-knit relationship, and Michito always needs Hiroto to be around. So growing up, Hiroto shouldered the responsibility to adapt to his brother's needs, which gave him a childhood that was different from his peers, and he could see it as a child. He could see that his childhood was different from his friend's childhood. And then as an adult, after they lost their parents, Hiroto once again shoulders the responsibility to care for Michito. And so he gives up on his dreams to focus on Michito pretty much. So no matter how kind you are, this whole sequence of events is bound to evoke all sorts of emotions inside of you. And The Light of My Lion explores these mixed emotions that live within Hiroto. So I think despite his kindness and profound brotherly love that he feels for Michito, Hiroto struggles to handle people's opinions of Michito's autism, which stops him from socializing with others in fear of what reactions he might receive or the opinions that other people might have. He also finds it very difficult to be constantly needed. And as a child and as a young man, he can't help but feel stuck in a routine that wasn't of his own choosing. So as the years have gone by, Michito has embraced this new reality and focused on placing Michito first, pretty much. And because of that, Hiroto loses track of his own identity, of what he wants for himself and who he is. So I think by showing both Hiroto's love for his brother and his own personal struggles, Light of My Lion builds Hiroto's character in a very honest and very humane way. So Hiroto ultimately learns as much about Michito as he learns about himself. And by the end, he comes to understand that the two of them can be much, much, much more than his limited beliefs dictate. I think he then sees that communication is key, and that he shouldn't be scared of talking about and talking to Michito. I think the last episode is a little pearl of television. The last episode is a marvelous ode to their relationship. highlighting their development throughout the show and allowing Hiroto to finally convey to his brother what he truly wants, what he truly feels, and what he truly needs. Yagira Yuya, his performance is also incredible. So he delivers this amazing performance alongside Ryota, and he gives Hiroto the right amount of vulnerability, of audacity, of generosity, and I think a little bit of innocence as well. So it is beautiful to watch the two of them together, to watch Hiroto and Michito. But it is, of course, Little Lion who ignites all these reflections and changes. Unlike the mature children, because you often see in dramas children who are way too mature for their age, but unlike these mature adult-like children, Lion is a child through and through. He is loud, he's spontaneous, he's curious, he's energetic. He's also scared and he yearns to be loved and accepted by the people around him. Of course, at the same time, Lion also carries this very innocent courage and trust that only children can embody. So throughout the show, Lion learns what it's like to live in a safe and loving environment. He learns what it's like to be truly loved and respected when he meets the Komori brothers. And I think at the end of the day, Lion benefits from this relationship with the Komori brothers as much as the Komori brothers benefit from this relationship with him. I think a special shout out needs to go to Sato Tasuku, who is adorable and who responded super well to more experienced performers, more experienced actors, and he gives Lion this very strong, this remarkable personality. As a child, you know, he's a child. It's not like he's remarkable because he's overly mature. No, he is a remarkable child. The gentleness and the beauty of the familial love they share is so enchanting that it spellbinds us into rooting for them as if they're family. And our bond with them extends to the wonderful Tora-san, played by Den. Tora-san is an old chef who lives down the street and cooks for the boys and helps them throughout their journey. And also Aoi, that joins the clan later on. So Light of My Lion offers a solid script focused on character development. So even though its main storyline comes from a mystery, the show actively chooses to be a family drama instead of a thriller. And I think by embracing its more dramatic side and using crime as something of a subplot, let's say, Light of My Lion becomes this very compelling and heartfelt family tale. So, contrasting with the bright and colorful Komori household, you have more mysterious narrative threads that introduce themes of physical and emotional abuse and corruption. But the antagonists are given just enough time to make the narrative move forward, nothing more, nothing less. And even though this storyline is given a very neat and tidy ending, so you don't have an open ending here. You have very nice, proper ending to the story. It doesn't bother to give details on motives, on punishments, no. Because I think Light of My Lion chose to be about its main characters. So it's not about foes, it's not about crimes. is about these characters who are growing and changing. So we are served as much time with our main characters and their allies as possible. We are focusing, the show focuses on their actions, their bonds, and their growth. So you might be asking, so why use mysterious narrative threads at all? Just remove it. But these mysterious narrative threads, they have a very specific purpose in this story. By providing these very, very lovable characters, a story with a very, very dark underbelly, the show emphasizes the allure in the simplicity of Hiroto and Michito's everyday life. It reminds us of how fleeting and how unique every single moment of our life is. So the everyday life that Hiroto, Michito, and Lion created together, with the joy and the laughter that they share despite the challenges that they face, is magnificent. It's beautiful. So every day presents them with a new miracle. Every moment that they share together is precious. Now, will these days go on forever? Does anything last forever? You know, even as they might eventually face the end of these days together, they understand, they know for a fact that the love that they share is now part of their identity. It goes beyond physical presence. So that allows them to build individual lives while remaining part of the same pride. So by escalating the challenges that these characters face, Light of My Lion not only becomes more intense and more emotional, but also more inspirational. It is a very, very good reminder. And it sort of tells us to cherish, like make sure to cherish every single day, every single moment that you have with your loved ones, and make sure to carry the love that you share with you forever, and use that as, you know, as a strength, as part of your strength to build your own life. So, should you watch Light of My Lion? Yes, absolutely. Go for it. Watch it. I feel that TBS saved the very best for last. So Light of My Lion is, in my opinion, one of the very best shows of 2024. It is a sensational tale of growth, courage, and love. So you have excellent performances, a well-written, heartwarming script that offers us a constellation of vibrant characters that you can't help but fall in love with. I think that Light of My Lion reminds us of the ever-changing nature of life, but also of the strength that love can give us. And it is a show that will for sure inspire and encourage and move you. So Light of My Lion is on Netflix. Make sure to watch it. Let me know in the comments if you have watched the show, what you thought of it, if you liked it, if you didn't like it maybe, or if you would like to watch it in the future. Quick reminder that this review is on the Blossom Review, so we posted this review in article format yesterday. I'll leave the link in the description if you want to check. Well, and that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic day today. I hope you have a fantastic year ahead, and I hope you have a marvelous weekend. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you like and subscribe, and I hope to see you here next Thursday for another review. Take care of yourself. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.